Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video on ForgottenWeapons.com. I'm Ian McCollum, and last week we took a look at the Estonian R20L. That is Estonia's new designated marksman's rifle. It is an LMT MARS-H rifle that they built up. They ordered with a few of their own special features, things like a bayonet lug that LMT doesn't normally put on their guns. And the Estonians purchased a little under 1,000 of these. The exact numbers are a little bit vague, but these are their new squad DMR, replacing a whole smorgasbord of weird adapted guns. HKs, M14s, a bunch of different stuff. It looks like a fantastic rifle. We went through all of the details of it last week, and now we're out at the range with a semi-auto clone from LMT with all of the right equipment, and we're going to give it a try and see how these things shoot. So I'm just going to start this off with some standard NATO ball. This is, what is this? I believe this is Hertenberger, Austrian ball. It's not sniper spec, so let's see how it does in the rifle. All right, it's only 100 yards, but I have a mini Mozambique out there. That's the guy right there. Let's see if we can knock down. All right. Got my convenient little bubble level in the scope mount. There we go. A little high. There we go. Head. And reset. Down. And back up. That's pretty easy. All right, well, this is a legitimate military DMR rifle, so I figured let's go ahead and do the 1 MOA challenge with it. I've got a paper target out at 100 yards, 100 meters, sorry. I've got, there's my ammo. I have a box of M118 long range, 175 boat tail. This should be pretty decent, accurate ammo. See what it can do. All right, let's go take a look. All right, well, that's not a terrible group. It's about a 2 MOA. This is center here to center there is going to be just over 2 MOA. These are half-inch squares, so yeah, about 2 MOA. Now, for what it's worth, that box of ammo did say service grade, and to be fair, I'm not sure if it is 118 like QC reject. So I also have a box of Eagle Eye 175 boat tail that is allegedly half-minute guaranteed, but I only have 8 rounds of it left. So I'm going to put up a new target. We're going to fire those 8 and see if that gives us anything better or worse. All right, there's my Eagle Eye, every lot tested to half-minute, but I only have 8 rounds of it. So not the 1 MOA challenge. Apologies to Henry. It's not even a 9-shot review. Same thing it did with the 118. 8 rounds. All right, so this guy's on here from my initial zeroing. I'm not sure where my 8th round is, unless it's... This one looks the closest to being a double, maybe? At any rate, here we have... That's an inch. This is a slightly better group, but more like, I don't know, 1.6, 1.7 MOA. And again, only with 8 rounds. So that's either the rifle or the shooter. I'll leave it up to you guys to decide that one. All right, back to our regular ammo and regular shooting. A few other things to point out about this. This is set up with completely ambidextrous controls. It is it's based on the LMT MARS system. So I've got bolt hold open and release here on the right. And I've got mag release here on the left, as well as an ambi selector. Ooh, this thing's getting a little toasty. Removable barrels. I haven't demonstrated this on camera. You just loosen the screws and the barrel comes out, which is a necessary element because the entire upper is monolithic. So if you can't take the barrel out from the exterior like this, you have to have some sort of weird wrench system that can go all the way back in. So that's the one downside of, traditionally has been the downside of monolithic upper ARs, is there's no good way to get to the barrel nut for serious maintenance. Well, LMT gets around that problem by making the barrel removable from the outside. So it's a good fix to that. It does mean you get a full-length monolithic rail. The Ethiopians, the Estonians have put on backup iron sights from LMT, comes standard on the rifle. The one that I actually filmed in Estonia has these backup sights on offset mounts, which I didn't think about when I was setting this guy up. Oops. So yeah, on their as issued guns, you can actually use the irons without taking the scope off because they're offset. This one you can't, but. This thing is very nice and stable off a bipod. The suppressor is not the quietest thing ever because this is a multi-caliber suppressor. And in fact, the one I've got on here is actually a 9mm one. The Estonian issue, same company, same model. They use a 7.62, which I was unable to get on short notice here. So it could be a little quieter, but it does the job of reducing the bulk of the sound from this. Does definitely help the recoil. Recoil is very pleasant for a 308. Now, as a DMR rifle, this isn't intended to be just the precision shooting role, but it also serves as the DMR's regular infantry rifle. The way Estonian squads are generally set up, they've got 9 men. One of them is the DMR, but he's capable of fighting in close quarters alongside all the rest of the guys in the squad. So again, not just from the bipod, but also crank this guy down a bit. You got a 3 to 12 scope, so you've got a good opportunity to go to relatively low magnification. And interestingly, ooh, that gets a little toasty there. And interestingly, they deliberately left select fire trigger groups, not in this one, this semi-auto rifle, but in the Estonian contract rifles, the DMRs still have select fire trigger groups. The idea being, in an emergency sort of situation, the DMR can crank his scope down to 3 or 4 power, flip it to full auto, and sort of fight as an ersatz LMG if the squad needs that sort of support firepower. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. It was a lot of fun to be able to put together a clone like this, bring it out to the range, do some shooting with it, get an experience with what a modern Baltic state is doing for its new small arms. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.